You got it?
Yep.
All right. Oh, we're on?
Yep.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. We're just here for a little bit. This is not a show. I don't know if it's a show. I don't know what this is, but we're here doing some work. So we're going to jump on and say hello. I figure the things people want to talk about, so we can do that in a moment, I suppose. Yeah, what did we miss, Dave? You were not here for the sale, Dave buying the company back.
Yes.
Right. Dave Portnoy purchased Barstool back. I think they had an all company call at whatever 4:15 that day, like a week ago, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, I forget. I think I told you that day that he had texted me that morning.
Yep.
At like 8 o'clock and was like, you should be on this call. Make sure you're on this call, which is unusual. I mean, he usually doesn't care. I'm never on these calls. It's like, this is strange. And then Erica did the same thing a couple hours later. And I was like, what? Am I being fired? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Very weird.
Yeah, there was also like 7 Erica emails or calendar invites sent.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I was like, this is so. And then that was it. Dave said he's buying the company back, which is great. It's probably like a healthy divorce, probably for both sides. I'm sure for PENN. Well, I know for PENN. Dave said it outside and said it in that meeting. It's just difficult, I think, with the licensing, and every time they try and do it, these assholes do their thing and make things difficult. And I'm sure that's not what PENN anticipated when they made this deal with Barstool. So probably for them, life is going to be easier now going forward. They get some of the Barstool bump for the last couple of years. Now they go do their own thing. And now for Dave, I think he just gets to do whatever he wants, and I think leave everybody alone. It seems buying the company, which I think is good. I don't think there's really a negative from it, because I will say this though, a couple of things. I saw a bunch of people tweet at me, hey, you must have known something when you announced that you were going to resign or resigned at Plymouth. I can assure you the last thing that Dave Portnoy is going to do before he makes any deal with PENN or just from a stock perspective, there's no way in the world they're going to tell me anything. I think Dan knew. I think Kevin knew. Erica knew. Dave knew. I'm sure obviously other people knew. I had, on the life of my children, a zero idea that this was going to, I mean, when I say none, I mean none. Why I felt fine staying, I feel better now, but why I felt fine staying was this, very simply, unless I'm wrong, Dave, people can call, we'll take calls in a bit. I don't recall Penn National ever stepping into the Kirkman, ever.
No.
I don't think they cared about us. I don't mean in a bad way, but they worry about gambling stuff.
Wasn't there one issue where some kind of piece of content was not taken down, but there was some kind of concern over a piece of content?
I could be right. Yeah. I mean, it could be right.
But I remember people tweeting at us being like, uh-oh, this is the start of it. But it never materialized.
I never had an issue to my knowledge. Someone will probably tweet me or they'll call in and correct me, but I didn't. I met Jay Snowden, I think twice, the guy who's sort of in charge of PENN. I met him I met him in New York once, and I met him at the House of Blues thing. And he was nice. I mean, he was getting assaulted by Rico at the time, but he was very nice. He's a Dr. Dan guy, but other than that, he's a very nice guy. Like, literally no issue at all. Like, it was, I don't think, it's weird. I see a lot of people, and I get why people are happy. I'm happy about it. What's funny is, when I signed here in the summer of 2019, 4 years ago, Chernin had already bought part of the company at that point. And then that January, we were down or February, whatever it was, when we were down in Miami as a week, the PENN bought the company. So I have never worked for just Dave, ever, until now. Never. So, I don't know what changes. We were texting a little bit last night about some other stuff, but I have absolutely no idea. None. But I mean, I get why everyone's excited, but I don't know, other than, I think it makes things way easier from the corporate side, just not having to deal with negotiating and gambling licenses and fighting this person in Massachusetts and this person in Michigan and this and that and Business Insider and all that crap. I don't know how like Glennie Balls' life or Caroline's life or Tom or I don't know why it's, other than morale, I suppose. I don't know why it's different. I'm happy that they were able to, amazingly, the same day or the day after, finally find that combination to the lock to Barstool Radio, because they just weren't able to do it for the last 3 years. It's amazing Kevin Clancy was able to find it the day after, because I know Penn National cock-blocked him endlessly to be able to do Barstool. It was unbelievable. They just were like, you can't do it. But he now can do it, which is great. And for Kevin to have a new project, which he never has, I'm sure it's going to have a long, incredibly endless run where he's not going to get bored and move on to something else. So I'm happy for Dave. And Dave called me actually Portnoy called me after the meeting. It was like, hey, I actually wanted to tell you about this, but and it was very nice, and I'm very happy for him. I think it's great, and I think that's a great way. And I actually don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's forget the penalty if he sells the company or whatever, 50% to PENN or whatever it is. Like, I don't think he's going to do that. I could be completely wrong, but talking to him and texting with him, I get the sense he's like, this is it. We took it out. We made a lot of money, and now it's kind of my baby. We're going to, I think he'll continue to make money off it, but, just kind of go do your thing, which is great. It's great to be able to work for a company like that. It's wild. But for me, like, honestly, like we came in here, we did the show. It never crossed my mind, other than if we were talking about gambling and being like gamble responsibly or whatever, like it never crossed my mind that we were owned by a gambling. It just never crossed. I'm sitting in here, I'm sitting here with Mudd or Mike or whoever. It never crossed my mind.
There was one thing. Remember, we wanted to play some audio from time to time about some things going on that were said about Barstool, but maybe we held back because it was part of the process. It was part of the licensing process and stuff like that.
I don't know what you mean.
Like some of the Massachusetts regulators were so harsh, and it just wasn't worth it at the end.
But also,
it wasn't that big.
It wasn't really great content either. But we know this one person, particularly in Massachusetts, hates Dave, and was trying to take, just made it her life's mission to try and take Dave down. And like, great, now Dave's not there, and they'll get a deal. Or it's like I don't really. It's so stupid. I don't really understand it. And I don't. I think it's a great deal for Dave, but I think these people who are like, boy, PENN is. Like, are idiots. Like, these are smart people. They didn't just do this for no reason. Like, it was difficult, I think, the last year or two. And I think they said, it's probably better if we just cut ties here. And Dave, here's the company and go do your thing. And Dave said, great. And thanks and shakes hands. And I don't think it's, talking to him, I don't get the sense particularly contentious. I think life just goes on. But I don't, but I'm really happy for Dave. And I'm happy for the people, who, it's crazy. I don't think anything. I do believe him when he said nothing changed from when I saw. Even when I saw him a couple weeks ago versus what he sold, bought the company back. But I do think, and this isn't anything original, but I do think the Mincy thing bothered him. Like, I just think it bothered him that people were like, "You're a pussy. This wouldn't have happened before." And I think once he had his chance to do it, that was in his head. And Mincy got his job back, right?
Yes,
well, that's good.
Yep.
But yeah, I do think that played oddly a factor in a weird way, and I could be knowing nothing. I could be completely wrong, but I'm happy for everyone at Barstool. I think that's good, and it seems like we're going to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Barstool at the House of Blues a week from Wednesday, right? They just retweeted.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So I knew about this for a while too. We probably talked about it on the show, I think, at some point. So next Wednesday night, I don't know if tickets are going to be on sale. I don't know. Somebody told me the bottom is just going to be all Barstool people.
Oh, like where there's tables or something
like where
like
everyone,
that set up?
Yeah, you remember the trivia.
Yep.
Like, and then up top is going to be fans.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's right or not. Somebody told me that. Yep. Maybe Jeff, I forget. Somebody told me that. So that's going to be a week from Wednesday night. So I mean, they just announced, I imagine tickets will go on sale soon.
Yeah, that's probably got a capacity of 2,000 people, right? So...
Yeah, I don't know about the upper part.
Yeah.
I don't know. So if Minda fans want to go, we'll all be there. Cheer us on. I don't know. I don't know. Am I rolling it? I don't know if I ever roll in it. I know I'm invited to it. I have no idea. So I'll be there. What else? Show related.
I did see that you were interested in when KFC relaunched Barstool Radio. You put an offer out there to Ryan Whitney potentially, and I didn't see a response from him.
We were texting about it. Yeah, I'm not. Like look, if Barstool Radio or what I saw. Well, Dave tweeted about Sirius.
Yep.
And I would do some graduated version of the show in some form if we could whatever. I'm not opposed to that. I kind of, this is the same thing as live radio in a way, but I would do it if it helps the company out and Dave wants me to do it. I'll do that for sure. I wouldn't mind doing it with different people like Whitney. Whitney's not going to do it. If I did it if I did it for an hour every day, there's no way Whitney would fucking do that. You can't get him,
Yeah.
You can't get him to sit still for an hour every day. No chance. But if we got different people or whoever, I don't know. But keep an eye on that. I guess that has potential. I don't know. But yeah, so I mean, this is we're in here for today. We're not back at all for the rest of this week. And then we're back next week with Mike on Sunday night, and then a couple of old third chair people, I think, for the rest of the week going forward, I believe, sort of circling around that thing in Boston with Barstool. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I was in a funk at the beginning of last week, still after the sound stuff from the live show. I just couldn't get over it. When I get in a depression like that, it's not because of that, but I just sink into something. I was in such a bad mood. So I'm glad actually I wasn't here because I would have been fucking. By Monday, I was not in a great mood anyway. But whatever, you learn. Life goes on. We won't be there again. That sound guy's gonna, So I don't know. We should probably make that job. Shane's gone now. Is he gone?
Shane's gone.
Shane's gone. Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to make that job official.
Yep. Got a few resumes after last week's show.
I looked at a couple of
them. We could use some more.
Yep.
Sure.
So why don't we make that an official, whatever it is.
Yep.
Some people have thrown their hat in the ring that are related to the show. So, we'll see as we try and figure that all out. Going forward, because we're going to have a lot to do here in the fall and the winter. It's nice that the show's over, but it's never over, as we know. So there's just always going to be stuff going forward. What else?
I think that's it for Barstool-related stuff. It does seem... I thought the excitement around the Barstool news was just kind of getting that atmosphere back.
Yeah,
that
for
maybe people thought, because Dave was kind of removed from the company, it's got just him shitting on people for not being in the office right away.
Very funny,
turned it
yeah.
around. Yeah.
Very funny. Clemmer not being there that next day, and all those guys not being there at 10 o'clock. And, I saw that girl, Caroline, tweet out 9:45. She was hustling to get to work. And I'm just like, these people live on a different goddamn planet. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But for nobody to be there the next day is insane.
Yeah.
That's actually insane. Dave's not going to fire anybody. So, but yeah, I don't know. But I don't know what changes in the life of, say, Chris Clemmer or in the life of Francis.
Yeah, I just think they're just, it could be a little bit more of a shit show than it was before, I guess.
I guess Dave's not going to be there.
Because people love Clemmer. They were debating it on Reddit last night. Who's the best of the Barstool Idol people? Clemmer is by far the most liked person that was hired off of Barstool Idol by the fans and by it seems people in the office.
Well, he's probably the biggest on the most, right?
Yeah,
Stuff.
I think so.
So
yeah,
he's carved out a little career for himself.
Yep.
Although I saw his show has already got canceled.
I saw this.
Didn't take long.
Oh, he's going to do short form. Isn't that what he said? Jeff recommended short form.
Yeah, very short. Very short. Shorter and shorter is my guess. Yeah, it's probably true though. I guess I don't even know who else is there. Oh, John Rich. Well, John Rich does stuff.
Yep.
Actually, the thing he did was pretty funny. The
the Barstool Investigate.
Yeah, I messaged him. I told him I thought that was pretty funny. The thing he did with Will Compton.
Yep.
Is Jeff Nadeau still with the company? No, right?
He's not. So he's gone.
That girl Caroline's there.
Those Danny videos seem to be universally hated.
They're absolutely dreadful. Yeah. Is she a full-time employee of the company?
I have no idea.
She can't be, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah. Who knows? Yeah, those are terrible. Yeah. But no, it was a good scene. Yeah. Overall.
And you got to figure out your true. This past week, you saw one of your friends, Jared Carabas, how he really thinks of you, actually. So that's nice to find out.
What do you mean?
Well, it seems like he's better friends with everyone else at the company rather than you.
Jesus, I actually said to him, I was like, I'd be willing to come in and do an emergency show. And he's like, I can't do it. I'm super busy. And he's on with Robbie Fox. And what did Jared say in here the other day? We taped something for the live show. Were you in the room for that? So all I ever get asked about is the Kirk Minahan show.
Yep.
And never get, true or false?
That is
I never get asked about anything else. I am sure nobody's asking about it in my mom's basement with, Dana White's cocksucker Robbie Fox on there. I'm guessing that never happens. Yeah. But, he jumped on there. But he's like, oh, I did it because I was at my house. And, so, I found that to be interesting.
Yeah.
And then he called the Barstool Radio, right?
He did? Yes.
So, listen, we get where we stand here. That's fine. No big deal.
Yep.
Because, my mom's basement, Jared, I always think of those great episodes of that show. Who could forget those? Fucking my mom's basement. So Jared's, I guess, it's interesting. I guess DraftKings doesn't care.
No, he said that DraftKings wants him to do more.
Oh, that's right. He said he was here the other day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. It's promotion, I guess, but not really. It's not like... I never understand any promotion. Anyway.
Well, I just think it's good. I mean, I think being a part of other shows that get a lot of good buzz on social media is going to help him universally.
Oh, sure, for sure. Yeah. But I look forward to having him. Hopefully, we can sneak him in here before he goes on with fucking, Clemmer, double play, talking about, Little Big League and Fever Pitch. We can get him in here for 10 minutes. So we can sit here.
Oh, that'd be interesting to see those two in the same room together because, one was Barstool's baseball coverage for how many years?
True.
And then now the other is the current Barstool baseball coverage.
Well, I would say the current Barstool baseball coverage is Frank. Literally Frank.
That's
just
true. That's true.
Doing videos where he talks to people and stuff. I saw a video a couple weeks ago. It was very funny. I think it might have been Jack Mack or somebody was like, it's amazing watching Frank need security to get out of this place. And like literally he just like walked out. Did you see that? It really wasn't that big a deal. It was like 6 people and everyone else was kind of at the game. It was kind of funny.
I saw Frank complaining about when Cameo cuts off their rankings. Did you see that tweet?
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah, that was he does have complaints there. So he was number 1 then.
Yes. We never got that Frank Cameo for the live show, huh?
We didn't. No.
Okay.
A friend was working on that and it didn't come through.
Didn't it really happen?
No.
I'm stunned to hear that. Well, nobody would have heard it anyway. What's going on in the KMS YouTube world?
Well, we watched a little bit of the show. It seems like Menners is on the hunt for more content. It seems like I saw him do like a little selfie video for that update, which seemed to be begging for people to get involved.
I saw the first 2 seconds. I stopped. It was so sad.
It seemed like he was begging.
It was sad. Yeah.
Yes.
I did not watch any of the shows yet from this weekend. I saw Pelletier and Joanne were on.
Yep. Who she claims that she didn't grab your dick.
Okay, you were there.
I saw it.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. And listen, if you listen to the clip I saw from Montante, if she's grabbing anywhere, she's hitting the dick. I mean, that's the fact. The thing was flying around. Yeah. So, I mean, I can only imagine she must have been. Was she claiming she wasn't fucking hammered that night?
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing? Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Did Pelletier say 5 words in this episode?
No, he was. He kind of let her do her thing, and then he stayed in the background. Yeah,
I would say like, those people do whatever they want, but she doesn't listen to the show.
No,
and who was on with them?
It was him.
I saw BA was hosting.
Yep, BA's very good at that. He's good.
He's one of the great natural hosts of all
Ned
time.
Snark was back in the mix. For
okay.
As well.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
So there you go. 2 people were at the live show recapping the live show. Sounds good to me. No, so nothing else on that network? That's funny.
No, we got a new Quantum Kirk coming out where you rip Steve for the Fenway audio.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. That's coming out this week.
Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah. I had something else I was going to mention from this past week. Yeah, I forget. Yeah, no, I'm just glad, I'm actually looking forward to next week. Like I said, we have a full week of shows, and we're kind of back at it in September, and then off we go till the holidays with whoever. I'm actually interested. I don't want to give anything. I don't want to say anything, betray any confidence. But somebody made a big pitch for the job.
Yes.
Big.
Huge.
Big.
Monstrous pitch.
Just, I don't know what to do. I try and try. What are your thoughts?
Like the person a lot. Mm-hmm. Hard worker. Team player.
Absolutely.
Funny. Creative. Nothing seems to be off limits.
I don't know about funny or creative, but yeah.
Not really. Yeah.
Okay.
That's about all. Yeah, that's good. Good person.
Okay. This person, for a base salary, essentially asked for almost twice your salary.
Yes.
Before, like, shares of, like, the show, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a full-time job.
I thought it was going to be
Actually, I know it's not a full-time job.
Right. I thought it was
So I don't know how to let this person down. I guess I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I feel bad even doing this.
Yeah. No, this is probably the way to do it.
I know. I feel bad.
It'd be more awkward if
I feel bad. I know. But I don't worry about that. But I feel. What are you gonna say?
No. I thought it was going to be more of an incentive-laden type of contract. Like an
NBA.
I
wouldn't ask this person.
Yeah,
and it's a huge ask for this person. I don't want them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're no help on this.
Well, the weird thing is when you called me with that, the next show was basically booked at that point. Then you nixed it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
It was taken care of in 24 hours.
That's true. Yeah. But it's more just everything, it's just a lot. We have a lot going on. We have one employee right now. I have one employee. That's it. There's no Shane.
Right.
There's nobody. Like I would like to have another, even part-time 20, 30 hours a week employee just doing stuff.
Well, if you just plucked like one body from the control room of the Yak, how many would they be left with back there?
But it's actually a huge show, though.
It is a huge show.
I have no problem with that. You said it earlier.
That's not the point.
Yes, it is. It's a huge show. You say
but we're doing the same thing.
Foreplay is huge. Like Bustin' with the Boys is huge. Yes. We're not as big.
Right.
Like we're a really successful podcast. We do well. Big live shows, all that stuff. But we don't travel with like 8 people. No. Nor would I want to. I want one and then like another body.
Yeah.
Yep. I would like to hire. I'd like to bring somebody. This person would be great.
Yep.
I can think of 175,000 reasons why that's not going to happen. I don't know what to say.
Hey, maybe this is a good negotiation tactic by you. Maybe they'll come down
to like 25,000.
Yeah, maybe. On a part-time capacity.
The thing is, I knew during this conversation, I was like, there's no way this person is going to leave their current job. It didn't make any, like during the conversation, this person is very passionate.
Yes, very.
Very passionate.
Yep. To this person's defense,
Yeah.
they're not the only person thinking the way they're thinking.
Absolutely. I get it. They
There are
think big.
multiple
I'm
other
all for big picture.
Yep.
All the way.
Yep.
I get this person wants to leave the world of, slum apartments in Arkansas.
Oh, now we're just going there.
No, I'm just a life in Hampton Beach. I understand this is appetizing. But
I think it was more to just try new things, really enjoys her time, enjoys the fans, enjoys
totally. Absolutely. I'm all for that, but I think it's a tough one.
This is a financial issue. That's all it is.
Well, I mean, I just don't I don't dream of this show being, I never have. I just like doing the show. And if things happen because of it, great.
Yes.
This person, I'm not going to say who they are. Okay. You can't get me. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. You can torture me all you want. You come my back. I'm not going to tell you who it is, Dave. What?
I got you. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I in a perfect world, great hire.
Yes. Fantastic hire.
But I mean, it's,
You would have to, just realistically, you would have to change your mentality
yeah, it's not going to happen.
pull off a hire to that magnitude.
Never going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yep.
I'll say this.
Live shows once a month minimum.
Oh,
You'd be
I'd die.
Mr.
I would
You'd
die.
be Mr. Merch all of a sudden.
I would die if I did a show like that once a month.
Yep.
I think people.
Instagram swipe up ads every day.
Yeah, look,
probably
I'm all for
at
that. Swipe
point.
up. I'm all for that.
Yep.
And I should be clear about this. The contract I've agreed upon. I think I misspoke. For the record here, Dave, I'm sure you might want to clip this.
Okay.
I misspoke at the live show about the contract I agreed upon, so I apologize. The contract I agreed upon at the time I said was 3 years. I've agreed upon a contract for the next 4 years.
Big news!
Yeah. Wow. 4 years through the end of 2027 to work at Barstool Sports. Wow. So, maybe I should be thinking like that.
You should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. Till I'm 53 years old, I'm going to be under contract at this company, which is exciting. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm here to do it. I'm here to work. You're not going to hear me ever say I'm retiring again. I think I said it's a live show. I'm in. So it's a 4-year deal, agreed upon. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Mr. Barstool, an extra year. Barstool rundowns.
Yeah.
Everything. Doing it all.
I'll be on the Barstool rundown today.
Yep.
So I've never, I've always said that I would never work for another company again. If I had to work by myself, if Barstool was like, hey, hit the road and I wanted to keep working, I work for myself. You never get an opportunity like this again, ever, Yeah. I mean, I haven't looked at the finances or what I'm making. I know what I'm making. I think it's Dave salary wise. Well, before Dan, I think it's Dave, Dan, Julie, then the Chicklets guy's salary wise at Barstool. I was looking at it this morning. I have to look again.
Poor Julie.
What?
She's the best. She is the best.
But
She would be great. She would be great.
Take it easy.
I know. It's just, and she's done a lot for the show.
Absolutely. We love her. She's a huge part of the show. And I hope she's not going to take this personally, right?
No, she will not.
You think she will or no?
No, I don't think so.
No, she's going to, isn't she?
I'm going to beg her for forgiveness.
Why?
I'm just kidding. She won't take it.
I would hire her in 2 seconds if we could make it work. Yeah. 2 seconds flat. No question. But I just don't see it as a full. I don't know, Dave. I don't see it as a full-time job.
I agree, but maybe that impression was given last.
Could very well be.
Yeah.
When I spoke to her the other day about it, she was super passionate about it and has big ideas, way more than you.
And throwing me under the bus. Absolutely.
Yeah. She thinks you're an idiot. Yeah. That was clear. And she's not wrong, but if she knew how to push buttons, probably just hire her. I guess you have to take a huge salary cut.
Like a teacher, yeah.
Still, I mean,
teacher, you want
to cut her, slash her salary in half, but still. And the Justin thing, I was like, it doesn't work. We're trying to make, I wouldn't mind developing a new person on the show either, honestly. Mm-hmm. And we've kind of you said this, we've kind of lost Justin the mic anyway.
Well, I didn't say lost him. I said he enjoys it.
Yeah, more I think than this show, which is great. And Mike's built his own world, and I think Mike's starting to drift away from this show a little bit. And I think people are going to take that to be this big deal. I don't consider that a big deal at all. He's building his own universe. That's fantastic. And he's using.
He's getting press now.
I saw that. Yeah, I made it like through 2 paragraphs. It was,
a lot of pictures in that one.
A lot of pictures. Yeah. I give him credit. He's built his own audience really from the ground up. I don't know how he's done it. So, but no, he's done his thing and he's got his stuff going, and that's good. Like, he should be doing that. So I think you'll see probably less of Mike, maybe, going forward. I think he probably he mentioned that to me off the air and to Dave. He kind of wants to be less and less part of the show as he builds his own show, right, Dave?
He mentioned that to you off the air?
He did.
Okay.
Yeah. So we wish him well. We wish him well going forward. And with his own audience, which I think is great. But yeah, so, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to. I did listen to the beginning of Mike's show with that retard Craig the other day. And Mike gets so triggered by KFC, though. He does.
Yeah, he loves the KFC stuff.
Whether it's fair, like he gets.
But it's also reasonable. Like his.
What's KFC going to hire Mike to do? Why are you laughing?
No,
like,
but
why? I mean, who's going to listen to that? Like, I mean, not to be an asshole, but like 600 people.
You just said the same
thing.
Like Barstool Radio just magically comes back because Dave's.
No, but Mike's bitter because of the comedy element of it.
Yeah,
he's just jealous. I'm not saying he's of course right in his criticism, but it comes from a place of jealousy.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it definitely does. He hates him. KFC doesn't like Mike for some. I'm sure there's a backstory why, but like I don't know. Like, I don't get, I don't know. And Mike's like, I gave him this advice and all this. I'm like, why would he listen to you? Not to be an asshole, but like, I don't get what were Mike's ideas?
I forget when Mike's.
Like stand-up specials?
I think we went over this at some point.
Figured that out.
Yeah, like that Barstool comedy night that they did recently that hasn't aired yet. I think that was a Mike idea.
I don't know, but do you think they stole that from Mike?
No, probably not.
It's a comedy show. I mean, they're not big ideas.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean that in a negative way, but like, he's right. There's criticism as Kevin should have done Barstool Radio every day. So of course he should have. That I don't understand. I never understood that.
It just never should have left.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Yeah.
The pandemic happened and then it just stopped, I guess.
Well, I think the deal with Sirius was up.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you can just move it to YouTube.
Right. Yeah, that's what
they should be doing.
I think they basically kind of did with the Yak, right? Like the Yak, then all of a sudden went
I would say the Portnoy, I would say. I get why he tweeted it serious. If he wants to do something with them, great. But if not, if that falls through, we should have something ready next week.
Yep.
Hour of the Yak, whatever, Barstool Radio, us if we want to do it, whoever. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know. I also think why you're laughing. Well, I think it's very good. Go to buymike.net and subscribe. I don't think the Barstool crowd would really be into the history of like Alan King or. I just don't think that's what they're looking for.
No, but I don't think Mike ever said that either. I don't think Mike said that Why Are You Laughing would be a good fit for Barstool.
No, but I think it's very good. Like, definitely go subscribe.
Yep.
I'll be loyal to him. It's one-way street. Right, Dave?
If that's what you say.
Oh boy, were you ripping Mike before the show today?
Oh boy.
Jeez, my God, that was brutal. What else?
I guess that's it. I mean, you don't want to talk about any of these other dumb stories like this random plain woman apologizing for God knows what. I don't
care.
know.
I get it. Everyone thinks she's hot, right?
Jimmy Stewart apparently like reminiscing about all the glory days.
I'm happy to talk about that if you like.
Yeah.
I like Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
Again, I think given his mental capacity, it's amazing how far he's made it. But like, I don't really want to get. He was tweeting like, I can't wait to read this book he's talking about. Between him and Ordway, 2 illiterate morons trying to write a book. Glenn couldn't write a fucking sentence if his life depended on it. They get Jimmy Stewart, who is legitimately probably cannot wipe his own asshole. He's gonna write a book about the history of EEI. It's a midday producer.
Yeah, I don't.
By the way, I came to the game late. I'm not saying like I shouldn't tell the story either. I'm just saying like he's tweeting about all these things and all that because I guess 95 had their anniversary, right?
Yes.
Great.
It's their 14th birthday, I believe.
Congratulations. They deserve huge credit for their success. But I'll say this, like we had won, I think 5 of 8 books or something in the morning. The midday we're winning books. Like then Murchison showed up. Just go back. I don't want to do this thing. Go back and look at the last book before Murchison, summer of 2017 book. We were the number 1 show in the market. The midday show won. Then Murchison showed up and it was over. Like that is, I'm not saying that's the only thing, but that's part of it. Mm-hmm. I mean, that is part of it. There's 5 million things, but that was the game ender, but whatever.
Have you ever heard anyone outside of, maybe Jim Murray privately or something like that? Has anyone ever acknowledged that factor?
No, they're terrified. They're just terrified. No,
Yeah.
they're terrified. Jimmy Stewart's a pussy. Michael Felger's a pussy. Tony Maserati's a friend of the show. And a friend of yours now, Dave.
Yep, best friend.
Like, they're just obviously Rich Schertenlieb's a pussy. We know that. Fred's on a different planet. John Wallach's a fucking loser. Like they're never good. They're not going to do that. They're going to do that. I don't blame them. Zolak's a good guy, but Bertrand, these guys aren't going to do that. They do their thing. But I'll be clear about that. I'm happy. I would never go anywhere. Obviously, I'm not going anywhere for 4 years. But if I went back, I listened to Felger the other day. Some clip where he's talking about how the big shit he liked when they talked about sport. I was like, if I went back, I would beat those guys. I used to say 3 books. I would beat Felger and Maz the first book I came back. I would beat them. The first book. I'd bring Jim Murray with me. It would beat them in you. And, well, Mike wouldn't do it, obviously. Yeah. In the first book. The first fucking book. He's like, oh, it was great. They used to do segments about sports, and then they do grab ass, and I was out of there. I was like, oh, my God. You like those terrible segments?
That was a crazy behind the scenes video. Like, what does he do? Like the off air show or whatever he calls it.
Yeah.
And he was naming like he should hire, who the next up and comer in radio.
Terrible.
Was.
I don't even know who these people are.
But I also was thinking about like, so EEI is just completely off the reservation now.
Right.
If the #1 sports radio talent, some could probably argue in America right now.
Who, Mike?
Mike Felger.
Yeah, for sure.
If he is telling you that these are the next up and comers of Boston sports radio, and WEEI is listening to that, and they don't hire all those people just because he said it.
But yeah,
but it's also like that's.
You hear who are the?
Oh, it's crazy. Tom.
Who did he say?
Dundero was his #1.
Mark Dundero,
who's been around for
like
10
90.
years.
He's the guy who used to do impressions of me, right?
Yeah. And then Joe Murray, who I'm a Joe Murray guy, friend of the program, but he was comparing Dundero to Alex Reimer. It was like the craziest comparison I've ever heard.
Yeah, and Felger, but no part of the Reimer. And then Reimer's quote tweeting it. It was just sad. It's a bunch of losers. Yeah. Ugh.
I hadn't heard of it.
Shoot Reimer into the sun. Leave me alone. Go spread your disease somewhere else, right, Dave?
He is off, out and about in Provincetown.
I'm worried about Reimer, actually. All kidding aside. We love him, but I think he's probably going to die this summer.
You think so?
I just think there's too much going on. Sex and hair dye and drinking, and I don't get what's going on with him.
He seems liberated. He seems like he's just living his best life.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. God. But I was saying that the other day to somebody. I was like, they have, like, Andy Hart in that station. They don't have Alex Reimer on. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, I saw that. I saw Jimmy Stewart claiming, he's a nice kid, but he's always like, he's in the I invented radio kind of guy.
Yeah.
It's like, you're a fucking producer. You're a radio producer. By definition, you're an idiot. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Yeah, that did work me up.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't think we don't need to go into these other stories. I don't get that MLB guy who is that just a rumor? Or is that a potential real thing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Wander Franco. Have you heard that?
Where talking about a 14-year-old or something?
Yeah. Someone calling him a pedophile. So that's probably too early to start fucking speculating.
What a pussy that Kevin Brown turned out to be, huh?
Oh yeah.
Jesus, guy. And the thing I liked about that story, we were gone for that, right?
Yes.
What I liked about that story, the Orioles announcer, was it gave all these play-by-play guys who were pussies by nature. They all thought they were so tough going on their network and being like, I can't believe the Orioles suspect. Like, wow, you're so brave for this.
Like, okay.
Yeah, and like Dave O'Brien, like, oh, you somebody Dan Patrick, like, no shit.
Yep.
And then he just rolled over like a dog.
Sure did.
What the fuck?
Well, it's probably a good gig, and I think everybody else is full of shit. Was it Steve Cohen, Mets guy, who was like, there'd be X amount of teams who would hire this guy in a second? Well, I bet nobody called. And so he just said, fuck it.
That's probably true.
I will read this statement because it's a good gig.
I guess that's probably true. Yeah, I mean, it was sad. Sad to see. But yeah. So we don't know the truth about the Wander.
No, I don't think so yet. I mean, it's just somebody alleging that he was in relationships with minors, but that's all I've seen. MLB investigation.
With a 14-year-old?
Yeah.
Like in like dating a 14-year-old? Like
I just
take her to the movies and stuff?
I just saw a couple like Instagram like posts about it that were.
Okay. Oh, Jeff Lowe's texting me. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That feels young.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I said this. I might be the only
Justin.
person. I think you alluded to this before we went live.
Mm-hmm.
That Snow White girl.
Oh,
I mean, but she just.
No, you can't defend her. She stinks.
But she just came off annoying as fuck. It's kind of like what I said about Mulvaney or whatever. Like, you're just weird to me.
No.
She was just annoying as fuck. I didn't have a like.
Oh, she came across.
But even asshole. her concepts, like, wouldn't you think Snow White would evolve and be different today?
No,
she just came off like an asshole talking.
There's also people like who like princesses and princes and stuff. What about them? Why don't they get anything?
Yeah, but they can still be a princess and be like empowered in the movie. Ugh. I just.
What's the name of the movie?
I have no idea.
Okay, I bet you Snow White's in the title, right?
Yes.
So she's okay with the IP.
Yes.
And she's a nobody. She was in West Side Story, which bombed. She's never made $1 in her life, and now she's lecturing America. And look, I'm not, like.
No, so let's say it's somebody you respected, though. If they were saying the
Yeah,
exact
they have a
same
career.
thing and they
She's
didn't
a-
come off as much of a shithead.
Yeah, but the problem is Disney's been doing this and they've been preaching this to people for the last couple of years, and people don't want to hear it, but they keep doing it. I've said this for years. At some point, people are going to start saying, when does business matter? This movie's not going to do well.
No.
Whereas Barbie, say what you want, but it's pretty light, sort of goofy. This is going to be like, nobody wants. If I was Disney, I would be like, the problem is Disney can't say to her, shut your mouth, because she'll go out and say you're telling a woman that you're in this trap.
No, in like 3 of the clips, Gail Godot, or however you pronounce her last name, was next to her, and she's the one who organized that like song that everybody did. It was like the worst.
Fucking dreadful. Oh, dreadful. Yeah. Fucking dreadful. Yeah. Anyway, all right, we'll take a few calls.
All right.
They load up?
They were, and then I think
because
we didn't go to
stupid.
them. I did.
Jesus, what are you doing?
I'll do it again.
That's what I'm saying. All right, shut up for a second. Did you tweet out, Dave?
Going again.
Portnoy bought a horse for $700,000. That's good. Hello. What's up? Oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers or no? Is that wrong? Am I way off? Red Hot Chili Peppers or no? Okay.
I didn't hear Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No. That was Under the Bridge. I'm bad at that. All right, hello.
Hey, Kirk, Rael Cormier here. How are you?
Good, Rael. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much. I couldn't call on Monday. I was flying back to Chicago. I was a Lake Forest guy. Not that you probably remember me.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
Unbelievable show.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
No, it was awesome. It was worth it.
And then 420 guys on the Great Dave, I heard.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's what a loss, huh? Yeah.
If you do the first 5 row thing, will you give us out-of-towners a little time to plan?
Yeah.
I'm in, but I just need to plan.
Yep, Dave, you have that stuff, right?
Yes, I got all of them.
We will let you know.
Thanks. And then last question. Do you find it weird that, like, I get it, it's all about money, it doesn't matter anymore, but, like, ESPN's supposed to be, like, kind of just about sports, and now they're, like, all in on this gambling stuff? Or do you think that's just life and everyone needs to make a lot of money?
I think it's the way it is now. I think, yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
I don't know if they wasn't there an article out there that said they may not have their personalities talk about gambling on air, which won't happen.
I mean, maybe at first, but yeah. All right, hello.
Kirk, it's Jerry West.
Oh, no. Hello, Jerry.
Yeah. You think, let me ask you a question about my character. You think if I just keep screaming and doing motherfucker and all these things for 2 seasons that the fans are not going to get tired of this? Are we going to keep watching this?
I know I started to watch the second episode early this morning after 5 minutes. I was like, I'm just not in the mood for it today, Jerry. I can't.
Yeah, it's crazy. And did you take a fucking vacation? You know how hard I had to carry the Lakers for years? What do you think? You're Magic Johnson? You took a vacation last week?
Others at the company I work for, Jerry, while things in their lives that they tweet about all the time were going on in Pennsylvania, certain people took vacation, and so I took the lead of that person. It seemed like the right thing to do.
Yeah, would you say that person is now even more of a loyal soldier after bringing you a championship? That they laid on a grenade and you went scot-free to vacation?
Did you say bringing me a championship? Jerry, I didn't hear that.
Partly brought you a championship.
Careful,
There's
Jerry.
3 players on the floor. Last time I checked,
Careful,
5
Jerry.
players on the floor.
Jerry, all right. Goodbye, Jerry. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. They're loaded up now,
Kirk,
Derek?
They are.
Okay, yeah. Good.
Hey, Kirk, with the passing of Robbie Robertson, I was just wondering if you had seen the recent documentary on him and the band, and
The one Bruce is in?
since you love... Yeah, Bruce is in it.
Yeah, I saw that. That was during the pandemic, right? Like 2021 or something?
Yes.
Yes. I did watch it. Yeah. I thought it was pretty. I was texting with Big Cat because he's a huge fan of the band and stuff. I wasn't like a massive fan, but I did, I recognized his place, and I was trying to figure, because the peak is not super long. I was trying to figure out where he is in the history of rock music. I don't know. Top 50? Top 30? I'm not sure.
And I was wondering if you had sort of a view on the feud with Levon, the drummer and singer.
Sure.
Since you like a good rock feud like the Eagle. I mean, it's not quite.
Yeah, it's not as juicy. But yeah, I mean, the beauty of Robbie Robertson was he got to live longer. So we got to sort of, shape the narrative his way in like the documentary and stuff. I don't know. Helm was a super talented guy. I was, thanks for the call. I was kind of bummed out to see that. I was just surprised. I'm always surprised when these guys, I don't know why. When these guys die, they're getting older. I mean, I think he was 80. Like these guys are getting in their 80s. And if somebody in your life is in their 80s, well, if they get sick and die, you're not that surprised. Like Hackman, I say this all the time, Hackman, Eastwood, Nicholson, Hoffman, Duvall. These guys are all alive. Redford, Warren Beatty. These guys are all alive and in their late 80s or 90s. Morgan Freeman, Tommy Lee Jones. Like these guys are just, Donald Sutherland. These guys are just going to start at some point dropping soon. My buddy Jim called me the other day and said, he just asked me, he's like, who thinks they're going to die first, Redford, Beatty, or Eastwood? I was like, I don't want to talk. I don't want that conversation. I said Eastwood, though, because he's older and he's I was happy when that picture of Nicholson, you saw when Nicholson went to the Lakers game last year?
Yep.
I was happy that he was fat. Like, he had still a belly. When the old guys get, like...
super skinny.
That frail, like that picture of Hackman a few months ago,
yeah.
or Eastwood's 93.
Yep.
That's when you get worried.
But Eastwood's always been pretty skinny.
No, but he's been, like, in shape. Like, he looks like frail. Like, once the guys like that get the flu or something, they die.
Yeah.
It worries me. Hello.
Have you seen how the space lasers have started all of the fires in Hawaii? Mm-hmm. So have you seen the name of the police chief of Maui?
No, what is it?
John Pelletier.
Is that true?
Yeah, it is.
Is that true?
I don't know.
That's funny. Is that really true?
Yeah.
That's very funny. Yeah, I feel bad. I should probably... why is Justin retweeting this 4-year deal? He didn't care about this show. Yeah, hello.
Kirk, Joey Boy, how you doing? Good morning.
Who is it? I'm sorry?
Joey Boy.
Joey, how are you, pal?
I'm well, thanks. So, Kirk, I found this out over the weekend, and I know you're a South Park fan yourself. There's 5 episodes of South Park that are banned on HBO that were on Hulu before the deal got transferred.
Oh, I believe that. Which episodes?
They're all the episodes that reference where they showed the depiction of Muhammad. Every single one.
Oh,
of them
yeah. The whole.
They were on Hulu prior, but now no HBO. And Trey
Parker,
the creators were writing about it. Mm-hmm. They were saying how when the episodes aired, Comedy Central wouldn't let them put them out. And they said, you're going to let us bash on Judaism, Christianity, but now you're going to, bend the knee for Islam.
Oh, if you listened before the show, Dave Colleen destroying Muhammad. Oof, I mean, it was bad. Bring it on, you said, right?
Yes.
You're not afraid.
No.
There you go. Thank you.
You know what I started last week, which was Ted Lasso. I started that program.
That seems like your kind of show.
Talk about overhyped. Everything
dreadful.
about it.
Dreadful. If you like that show, I'm not going to say I don't like you as a person, but you just have a different life mindset than I have.
Well, I disagree with that. I think you can like that show, but it's
too
just
happy.
Not,
it's too happy.
I was going to say that. If that was on TGIF 10 years ago, that would be normal. 20 years ago, whatever it was, I did not think the show was like this.
No.
I did not.
No, it stinks. No. And I'm not great at this dozen trivia thing every day.
It's difficult.
Because the music is give me something from the 80s occasionally. Yeah. Like once a week, once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I might stick at the mashup.
Very well built.
I did a great job with it. Oh, I do it every day. I did it this morning. I do it every single day.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Kirk.
Hello.
Hey, so there's this YouTuber named Eric Allen. He covered some Murdoch stuff, and I was just watching a recent video.
Yeah, the stuff with Walhalla at the end.
Yes, sir.
Is that the one you sent me, Dave?
Yes.
Yeah. I will say this. I don't know. Well, I'll talk more about Mailer he's out now and all that stuff later on. I think Steve and I are going to do something coming up. But I go for it if he has stuff to look at. I will say it looks great. It has a great look to it.
Oh, he's a good YouTuber.
And it seems super, I don't know how he found all this stuff. I'll give him credit. I wonder how we found out about this story, Dave. Who knows?
Who knows?
I'll give him credit. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Did you see Turtle Boy, his interview with one of the witnesses in the Karen Reed case the other night?
When she was bombed or something?
She was hammered.
I saw him tweet it. I haven't watched it
The
yet.
phone conversation was the fact
Crazy.
that she picked up the phone as many times. Jesus. It was insanity.
Yeah. He's killing it. I saw he took down that Wendy Murphy the other day.
Yes.
Yeah.
She seems a little out to lunch with the story in general.
A little bit. Yeah,
so she probably shouldn't be speaking.
Right. That's the thing. You got to know what you're doing. But he's still pounding away at that to his credit. Jesus, doing a good job.
Yep.
Hello.
Kirk,
Yes.
I have a potential live show location if you'll have it.
Well, I mean, I'll hear it. Drive-in theaters. You never know this fall. Maybe they drive-in movie theater. You just never know. But go ahead.
So there's an Italian restaurant in Hoboken called Sirenetta. It was formerly a bar where Bruce Springsteen shot the Glory Days
video. Yep.
And it's also on the corner where the first game of professional baseball was played.
There you go. Wow. Thank you very much. Dave, write that down.
Got it. Okay. So he wants you to do a restaurant show?
I guess. Could pay somebody $175K to write that down. We could. I'm just saying. We're nice people.
It'd be a great event.
Why don't you just take part of your salary? Just hand it over.
It'd be a great event if that happened.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Hello.
Jerky,
What's
on
up?
my way to play in the Barstool Classic.
Good.
The only problem is it's sponsored by Truly, so I just stocked my bag with a bunch of high noons.
There you go.
I want to make a splash, so I went with the pool pack edition. They're so
Sounds pretty
delicious.
good. That sounds pretty good.
Love my peach.
I had a couple this morning myself.
Oh, nice, buddy.
Thanks,
I'm
buddy.
doing it for the Minifans. Let's go. I'll
Thank
tell Lisa you said hello.
Yeah, please give her my love.
That'll do it.
That's it?
Yep.
Jesus, really?
Yep.
What's wrong with people?
They weren't expecting this today.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. I did throw out a couple names before the show that you were disgusted by for the role.
I'm more disgusted that people are trying to pretend this guy has a great song. These right wingers are like this song. It's like the same as the left wingers acting like it's fucking endless.
Yeah, but I like random people just going viral and potentially becoming a star.
I'm not even saying it's a bad song. Whatever, I heard it, but like, it seems coincidental. Every right winger thinks it's a great song.
Yes.
Like, it just seems weird.
Yeah.
It's that idiot Montante. It was like, this song's unbelievable. Like, this music gives you a fucking ear for anything.
It got the fire emoji from Jerry, and those don't come out often.
Oh, did he really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he must love that
He
song,
loves
right?
it, yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, you do throw some names. Who'd you have?
Mike Mutnansky was one of my names.
I mean, it's just not. Yeah, it's not a great fit.
Lucy Burge was a name.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
I think that was it, really, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex, did I throw out Alex Reamer? No.
You did not throw out Alex Reamer.
No. Oh, okay.
I don't think Alex would do it.
No, this would. I think it has to be more somebody who really knows the show. So it's going to come from the community, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I'm not look, I am open to anything here. I'm open to. I prefer a younger person. I just think it's a younger person's job. It's a growth job, I think. Mm-hmm. I think, and I think it's also, like, not a full-time job. It's a job. Like, we try something. I wouldn't mind having a new voice in the show anyway. I feel like it's, I don't know the last time a big new voice has emerged in the show. Well, Pelletier, I guess.
Right. And what's her name? Joanne.
Joanne's not
Clearly.
part of the show.
Yeah, clearly.
She's not part of the
Well,
show.
she seems to think she's part of the show.
Yeah. Well, that was my concern. It's always my concern with stuff like this. Is now, she's, I don't know. Is she a good sport or no?
Yes, she's a good sport.
You think?
Yes.
If you say so. But we'll see. I mean, I don't trust you hiring the right person. That's for sure.
Well, I'm just tossing resumes your way.
Well, what is the?
I am a fan of that person that I gave you. That gentleman. Out of the three I gave you.
Boy, these topics of this rundown today. Jesus.
Oh yeah, what time's it? 11:30. Oh, you do it. So it's Airplane Girl.
Yeah, I know nothing about that.
Is it the baseball player? How many topics?
James Harden.
James Harden's stupid speech. Yep, Daryl Morey.
Right.
Yep.
The plane lady. I don't know anything about the plane lady.
I mean,
like, I saw.
She freaked out on the plane.
I
And
didn't even
everyone
watch.
kind of liked
I
her.
didn't even
and now
watch
she
the
sucks.
original video. I saw it for like a second. She got mad. She said,
Yeah, but now they have body cam footage where she
like, yelling at the police or something.
Yeah.
And then she did the video last night.
Yep.
Where she looked totally different or something.
Yeah, she looks completely different.
Okay.
Yep.
Lucas Glover's
Teasy.
swamp ass, fine. And then that stupid Zuckerberg.
Elon Musk. That's on the rundown. Yeah. Tough day.
Brandon Walker had a car crash. Did he die or no?
I haven't heard anything about it. No, must have survived.
The country singer.
Yep.
The woman who dug through the Hawaii rubble to find a Rolex watch. So there you go.
Nice.
Did you see that video?
No.
I did see that.
Yeah.
So it's with Dan and I think Brandon. I don't know. That's 11:30 today. Yes, we have. I mean, we're back next week full time. Like we're good to go. I'm trying to think what else. If I've forgotten something, if I have, let me know. Yeah, Mutt, you threw at me. I just feel like for Mutt, like I would love to have Mutt here all the time, but Mutt's not going to take a part-time. He's not going to do that.
Well, I mean, I don't see why. I mean, this isn't really a show about labels.
I also think it'd stink on. So I think it'd stink handling our Twitter account, and like, I just don't think he's going to plan shows. Like he doesn't. I want somebody who knows how to do this stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think if you're going to hire somebody who's like really proficient in the show and then would be great on social media, do they have experience planning live events?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known probably not, but I'm saying we can try and find somebody. We can't just, should be, we'll just hire Justin, which is a trap I fall into too. Or, Mutt's here, or Alex is here. It's like, well, but they don't, they're.
No, but you throw out names because those are people who have done things for the show. They've been good team members, all that stuff. That maybe if they're you have to have the conversation about those people, don't you think?
No, I don't think we necessarily have the conversation about Mutt having a part-time job planning live shows. Like I don't think that's necessary. He's 40 fucking years old.
He's out there looking for a job.
Yeah, but he wants a job.
Yeah, but this is also just like it's bringing somebody onto the team. It's not like you're not involved in the live events. It's not like I'm not involved in the. I'm not talking to people. No, but you're involved in the decisions of events and stuff like that. Like that latest thing we just did.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. I make those decisions. Like, they're brought to me, but like Mutt's not gonna have you think Mutt's gonna have a say in it?
No, but
you're gonna consult with him.
No, he can get those to you. Like he could do what I just did.
I mean, sure. I suppose. Yeah, I guess. I don't think he'd want it. Alex would not want it. I don't. Yeah. I mean, again, it's like you're. Yeah. Yeah, that would annoy me.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back Sunday night with Mike, and then Wednesday, I think, and Thursday or Friday next week. So we're 3 shows next week. Sunday night, by the way, Dave, I do the show, and then bam, right after we're taping BO Boys.
Oh, you got BO Boys right after that?
Sunday night. It's like a 10 o'clock taping.
These
guys are crazy.
Where are they based?
They're in New York, but they're crazy.
Man, that's late.
Those guys, this is how they do it.
People don't sleep anymore.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, there's something else I was going to mention. I thought about it earlier, but I forgot. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, I'm excited. I'm happy that I'm sticking around for a while. We got a bunch of stuff we're going to have in the next year. That's going to be, we just kind of keep going. So I don't know. I think there'll be changes. I'd be curious how the show's going to look a year from now. I would not be surprised if I'm here with a different producer, different side. Who the fuck knows? I could see you bailing.
You never know.
You seemed frustrated at the end of last week. You're looking around.
Looking around?
You said that you were looking at other jobs, no?
I did not say that.
Sure, I've reached out to other jobs, see if they want to hire you.
No, but people reach out to me all the time, obviously.
Like who?
Yeah.
Just give me a name.
I'm not going to give you names.
Well, give me a, is that actually true?
Yes, but nothing crazy.
Like who?
Like my past world, people have reached out to me.
For a job?
Yeah, they just said
when?
if you're interested in doing other things.
Like when I'm saying? When was the last time that happened?
That probably happened last month.
Okay, who was that?
I can't give names of that.
Why? I don't care.
I don't want to bring those people, but it's in like the financial infomercial world.
You turned it down?
Yes, I did. Yeah. I've only turned down one media job since working for the show.
What was that?
That was for Bloomberg.
Doing what? Producing?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
I mean, that would be a terrible job, wouldn't it?
They reached out to me. What can I say? I'm an in-demand guy.
Wow. Listen, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
You just never know. I guess that's your point, right? You never know.
What do you mean?
You just said things can change. So.
Yeah, listen, look, as I always say that, no hard, if somebody wants to take a job, they should, like when Steve left, you should always do it. Knock yourself, life is too short to be the job you don't want to be at. That'd be my advice. And, the beauty for this is if somebody really puts their heart and soul into it and applies for a job, you'll get mocked on the show. That's pretty much how it works.
It's an insane reward.
It's par for no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people who have, pitched themselves for a job last week and, put a lot of thought into it, and now, we get made fun of on the show. It doesn't seem right.
All right.
That's how we do it.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
Yep.
All right. So, we'll talk to you Sunday night with Mike Geary. Go subscribe to blindmike.net. And, we'll be around. Goodbye.